Hello dear grade 8 students, a new lesson, a new day. Today we are going to have a very interesting lesson which is going to continue about creature features, and in today's lesson we are going to study two main things, and students are expected to learn how to answer reading comprehension questions, and then they are going to learn and use the grammar rule, which is about how to use used to, okay, properly. So in order to achieve the first objective, which is about understanding and answering different reading comprehension questions, let's first move to our skills book and also the class book page 15 and the skills book page 15, the same number of the two books. Okay, and in this book we can see, when we go back to our previous lesson, okay, on this page, in this page of your class book page 14 and 15, you are going to have two zoos, two kinds of them, zoo A and zoo B, and you need to think about them. Look and think. So think about these questions while you look at picture of zoo A and picture of zoo B. So these are the questions. Look at them. Which zoo are the animals happier in? Happier, okay? And we are going to learn about how to use different adjectives happier, okay, by adding er to compare between, for comparatives. And why? Number two, which zoo looks more interesting? And we have to look at the two zoos that we have here. Question number three, which zoo has more facilities? Facilities is like services, something makes customers or consumers everything is easy to reach, okay, and even for animals, they are kept in a very safe place, okay. So these are the facilities, تسهيلات. And number four, which zoo would you like to visit? And then here you decide to look at zoo A and zoo B, and then decide which zoo do you prefer to visit. Good. Here are different reading strategies, and we have talked about them previously. Guessing the meaning, read the text again, keep reading, look at the letters in the word, ask a friend maybe, provide some help, use the word store or dictionary page, write the word down, decide if the word is a noun, verb, or adjective, which is about part of speech. Okay? Good. I would like you to draw your attention to this one, to this blue box, and this is going to help us in our next activity. This blue box is talking about zoo B, okay, and it is talking about different places that different people go to, like children or people. Children can play and climb trees in the playground. So we have here a playground as a noun. You can eat breakfast, lunch or dinner, restaurant. We have a place of restaurant. So here we are going to identify different places of this zoo. Good, by looking at this blue box. Good, guys? So in this blue box, which is going to help us, which is in page 15 of your class book, is going to help us to answer activity 1 in your skills book page 15. Good. So we are going to write down all the places that we have here. They are numbered, as you can see. For example, look at this picture and the word that we should put here. Look at number 3. What is this? Look at number 4, which is this one. Number 5, the circle. We have people here okay? And we have audience. Look at number 6. What we call these places, number 7, number 8, and number 9. But I guess from my point of view, I think it's better to start our to write our words here from number 9, because here is the entrance of the zoo. So we will enter the zoo and we will go to the things one by one until we reach, we will go through all of this until we reach the playground, number 1. Good. And we can use the blue box in page 15 of your class book to help us write the good or the best place for each one. Good. So let's start with the first one. And because we are starting from number 9, let's look at number 9 here. Good. You can buy your tickets at the ticket office next to the entrance. So what do we call the first one? We call this one is entrance. Okay, guys? This is the entrance or the ticket office. Good. So if you understand how to answer this one, you can pause the video in order to continue or complete the question. For number 8, look at number 8. You can buy toys, t-shirts, and postcards at the gift shop. So this is going to be our gift shop. Good. So how about the rest? Can you do it yourselves? Pause the video and do it. Okay. I will continue giving you the answers for this one. And look at number 7. The cafe sells ice creams and sandwich all day. So here is number 7, which is the cafe. Okay. And for number 6, you can watch for numbers 5, you can watch shows and display in amphitheater. Okay, amphitheater. Good. And how about number 6? Can you look at number 6, please? What animals? I think it's not that clear, but I think you can identify. We have a horse, a cow, hens, goats. So here it's very normal and small animals. We call them what? It is like a zoo, but it is a small one. It is called what? A children's zoo. Children can touch or feed these animals. Okay? Children's zoo. And for number 4, we can see what? This one. We call it enclosures. Enclosure is like siyag. Okay, where you can keep animals inside. Okay, it's like an open area when you can keep animals in. And for number 3, if you can look at it carefully, okay, it is like a closed area, but it is full of birds. These birds can fly, okay, but they are flying into or inside a closed area, okay? They cannot go outside. So we call these what? The birds can fly around the enormous aviary, okay? Aviary. And for number 2, we can see what? We have some chairs, maybe food, and here is the restaurant. So what is the difference between number 2 and 7? Maybe there is a cafe, maybe it sells like only drinks, juices, cafe, coffee. And for number 2, restaurants, maybe it serves like big meals like lunch or something different from cafe, okay? Something to eat. And the first one is the playground. You can check your answers by using the blue box that you have got into in your class book, page 15. Good, guys? Very good. Now, let's move on to the next page, which is in your skills book. And here you are going to write and circle. Write the sentences correctly and circle the group noun. So here we have a group noun. Okay? Group. And we know what does a group mean. So when we have groups of animals, these groups have different names. Okay? But these names are not put in a correct order. We have to rewrite them in a correct order. Okay? For example, look at number 1. We have elephants, a herd of. A group of elephants, you know elephants. A group of them, we can call them herd. So when we write the answer here, it will become like this one. A herd of elephants. Okay, so we call a group of elephants herd. Good, guys? So this is how we answer this one. And for number 2, we have what? Pack, wolves, of. They are mixed. So let's put them together. Pause the video and answer it yourself. Yes, say it. Excellent. I'm sure you can do it. So the answer for this one is a pack of wolves. So a group of wolves are called a pack. Okay? Then for number 3, a group of dolphins. Dolphins, what we call them? So we can see that we have dolphins of pod. So this is the group name of dolphins group. So the answer for this one can be done in this way: a pod of dolphin, or of dolphins if it is plural. Of course it should be plural because it is a group of dolphins. And for number 4, we have bats. Okay, Batman. Okay, but these are not Batmans or Batmen, they are bats. So the group of bats, we call them a colony. A colony of bats. A colony of bats. Okay. Do teachers make mistake? Yes, they make mistake. Why not? They are human beings. So that's why I'm saying sorry. Okay, so for this one, and for number 5, look at number 5, please. Gorillas. So what is the noun of the group of gorillas? We can call them a band. Okay, even for music, some groups, they are called like a band. Okay, a band of gorillas. Okay, and for number 6, lions. Okay, a pride of lions. And because they are groups, so all these animals are put in plural with S. We add S to them. And for the last one, a kangaroos. So we call them, the group noun is a troop. A troop of kangaroos. Okay, so here are different group nouns for different animals. So for elephants, we can call them a herd of animals. For wolves, we can call them a pack of wolves. For dolphins, a pod of dolphins. For bats, a colony of bats. And for gorillas, we call them a band of gorillas. And number 6, lions, we call them a pride of lions. And for kangaroos, a troop of kangaroos. Okay, it's like, you know, rice. When we put it in put it together, we can make it or put it in a bag of rice. Okay, I'm reminding you of rice. Okay, so we can put rice in a bag, so a bag of rice, so we can keep all this rice in one place. So a herd of elephants, they are one group. Okay, but these animals are countable, are not like rice, which is not countable. Okay, never mind. So now let's move on to the next activity, and here we are going to test your comprehension on the different short reading texts. And here you are going on look at your class book on the next page, page 16, and here we have what? Look at activity 1. What do people think about zoos? Good. So here when we talk about people, what people think about zoos, here we are talking about their opinion. So different people or different students might think differently. Some people might like zoos, but others, they might not like to they might not like visiting zoos. Okay, so here we are going to see different opinions of different students. Good. So read the opinions of some ITC members. So we have here different opinions which are written in white bubble. Okay, as you can see in the 2 pages. Okay, all these are the students or ITC members' opinions, and decide what they think. You decide as a reader. Okay, write your answers in your exercise book. So I would like you in your exercise book just to draw like a table, 3 columns. The first one is people who like zoos. Good. And for B, you can write people who don't like zoos. And C, group C, you are going to have like people who have a balanced point of view about zoos. Okay, so it doesn't matter with them whether they go or not. Okay, so it's okay with them. So it's like 50%, 50-50, okay? But these people don't like, they hate zoos, and these people, it's totally fine with them. They like going to zoos. Good. So we classify them based on these 3 bubbles. Okay. So now, how can we answer this? If we look at the first one, look at number 1. I'm not sure. Okay. I like good zoos, but I don't like bad zoos. So it doesn't matter with this student. He's not sure, or she is not sure about going to these zoos. So he might go to good zoos and might not go to bad zoos. So in which category we can put this point of view of the student? Student number 1. In which one? What do you think? In group A, people who like zoos. In group B, people who don't like zoos. Or in group C, people who have a balanced view about zoos. So the answer is very clear. You can put it here. This is point number 1. Okay, this is number 1. It can be put here, or you can write the full sentence here in your exercise book. Good, guys? And sorry, and the same thing and the same thing you can do for the rest of the point of views. So look at number 2. The elephants looked really bored because they were in a small concrete box. Okay, for number 2, what can you see? Look at it. When I see elephants, I said the elephants looked really bored. And when I'm bored, or my friend is bored, he means like he's not enjoying the lesson. Okay, or he's not enjoying the thing. The elephants looked really bored. They are really, maybe they are kept in a very closed area, so that's why they feel bored, because they were in a small concrete box. So this point of view is considered to be in which group? Group A, people who like zoos. Group B, people who don't like zoos. Or group 3, people who have balanced views towards zoos. I think this one is like negative point of view, and it is done by a student who doesn't like zoos. So the answer is going to be in a group number 2, or B. So here is number 2. Okay, guys, so this is how to answer these questions. Look at number 3 very quickly. Number 3, it is because of zoos that a lot of endangered animals can now live in the wild. Good. What we understand from this one? It is because of zoos that a lot of endangered animals can live. So this one has a positive feeling towards zoos, because zoos can protect the endangered animals and from people who can hunt them. So we can put them close to our eyes and we can visit and see them. So number 3 is going to be for group A. Okay, so this one likes zoos. For number 4, what do you think? Read it. I'll give you maybe 30 seconds to read this one, and I'll read it with you silently. What do you think? Number 4. Good. I read it with you silently. So I think zoos are important for entertainment. Okay, so this is a one point of view, and it's good for entertainment and research. But remember, we have talked about it in the previous lesson, and we talked about when we have two different ideas, a contrast. Okay, totally different ideas. So it is for entertainment, but at the same time, wildlife sanctuaries, ملجأ, sanctuaries, and the singular of this word is sanctuary. Okay? Good. So sanctuary is the singular of this word sanctuaries, and animal reserves are better ways to conserve animals. So here, this student has like a balanced point of view. So he might be considered as the people who have a balanced point of view. He can be put here, which is number 4. Good. For number 5, I'm against. So this student is straightforward, and he's saying, or she's saying, against. Against means I disagree with, I don't like, I hate. I'm against zoos because animals should be free. and should live happily free to live in the wild. So here number 5 is very clear, and it is going to be here for people who don't like zoos. So these students don't like zoos. And look at the next page, we have number 6 here. Zoos are cruel, وحشي. Okay, zoos are cruel because they are just small, smelly parks with a few tin boxes for animals. When they keep, this students says that animals are kept in very small and tin boxes, and this is not good for, or not a good way to keep or protect animals. So zoos are cruel. So this student is against zoos, so he or she doesn't like zoos. So again, we will put it here for number 6. Number 7, if we want to keep animals in the wild, we need zoos where zoologists can observe them closely and learn about them. And this one is caring about zoos, and we can put this one for the first group, which is number 7. For number 8, I think that zoos play an important role or important part in animal conservation around the world. And this one is talking about that zoos are very important, so he likes zoos, and again it's going to be in group A. And the last one, number 9, it is true that some zoos are too small and the animals are not looked after very well. But again, we have two different ideas. So here's the students have like a balanced point of view. So most zoos are changing now. So this one is going, number 9 is going to be in category C or group C. Okay, so all these different points of view by ITC members have been divided into 3 groups. The first group is about people who like zoos, and we put them here, and people who don't like zoos, and we put them here, which is student number 2, 5, and 6. And for the last group, C, we have these 3 students who have a balanced point of views. Good. So this is the idea. You can answer it yourself. You cannot. You can do it yourself without watching this, but you can watch it to check your answers later on. Good. Then, moving forward to activity number 2 on your class book, page 16 and 17, and also to your skills book on page 16. Here we have different opinions about zoos, and I would like you to get different opinions from these students who wrote about zoos. Okay, so this is the first, or maybe this is the first student. For example, this student, I hate zoos, she doesn't like zoos. And this student, I think zoos are very important, he likes zoos. And this one, I'm not very interested in visiting zoos, and also this student doesn't like to visit zoos. This guy, I think that zoos are very important, again, because people can go and look at animals they don't usually see. Good. So we have here boys who like zoos. How about girls? I wonder why girls don't like zoos. Maybe they feel bored. They want to... Maybe they have their own reasons, of course. If we go through this, we will find that there is something specific inside their point of view. Okay, now I'll give you different questions regarding, you can put or you can develop like these questions to all of these different opinions. Okay, let's take the first guy. Okay, let's give him a name like maybe Ali. Okay, and let's write these sentences with, or discuss these sentences with Ali. The first question, why does the boy think zoos are important? Now we will go through the text and answer it. It's very easy. And this is what we mean by comprehension, understanding comprehension questions. Like this one, you can answer it yourself. Stop the video and answer it, or I will answer it for you immediately. Look at the explanation. So I think the zoos are important because, and this is to give a reason, because the question is talking about why, and why is used to give a reason. Okay, why? So here we are looking for the reason. So the answer for this one is this one, because they protect endangered species. So the answer is going to be like that. Because they protect endangered species. Okay, let's move to the next question. Why zoos, or which is used to choose between two things, okay, or more. Which zoos did he visit? So here we have to find out the name of the zoo that he visited. I visited Arabian Wildlife Center in Sharjah. Okay, so here the name is Arabian Wildlife Center, which is located in Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. Good. Was the ticket cheap? And this is a yes-no question. So the answer can be yes or no. So if we go through the text, the center breeds endangered animals and releases them back into the wild, and it was quite expensive to visit, but I was happy to pay because they use the money for this very important work. Okay, so it is, was the ticket cheap? The answer is no. You can say it was expensive. Was he happy to pay the money for the ticket? Yes, I was happy to pay because they use the money for this very important work. Okay, and these are the answer. And which words are used to give opinions? Good, and we have talked about this already. To give opinion, to express your opinion. What did this boy use in order to express his own opinion? I think. This one, I think, again is used again in the end of the paragraph. Okay, so he used like I think. Okay, good. So this is how to answer these questions, and you can do the same for the rest. For example, why did this girl doesn't like to or doesn't like zoos? Okay, what did she find there? And the same thing for the third group. Okay, good. Now I would like you again just to move on to activity number 3 of your class book on page 17, and then I want you just to rewrite these questions correctly. Okay, because these questions are mixed up and you need to help this interviewer in order to develop a well-structured questions. Look at the first one. Why did decide you to be zookeeper at? So here there is a mistake with the order of this question, and you can develop it in this way. For example, you can say, you can start with why, the WH question. Why did you decide to be a zookeeper. And the same thing for the next. How long have you been or have you been a zookeeper? And for number 3, you can use what changes have you seen? And for the last one, you will do it yourself. What you like do most job about your. So try to reorganize this question and put it correctly. For the last part of our lesson, we are going just to discuss this briefly, which is the rule of using used to. And used to is very easy rule because it talks about something that you did or you like doing when you were, for example, young, but now you quit. You stopped doing that thing. For example, for me, I used to play football, but now I don't play football. I have no games to play actually, okay? But this is the idea. I used to play football, but now I don't play football, for example. So I quit or I stopped playing football. And this is the idea of using used to. So used to, in our language focus, describes the things that happened regularly in the past, but don't happen now, okay? Stopped. For example, I used to walk to school, but now I go by bus. So now I don't go to school, I don't walk to school, but I go by bus. And the same thing, I used to go by bus, but now I go by car or private car, for example. Can you see the point? So used to is used to tell the listener about something that you used to do in the past, but now you don't use the same thing. Good? Used to describe something that was true in the past, but it is not true now. Okay? The shop used to sell bicycles. That shop used to sell bicycles, but now it doesn't sell bicycles. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe they changed the product. So used to is followed by the infinitive part, which is to. It must followed by infinitive. I used to play, I used to go, I used to visit, I used to learn. Don't say I used to playing or I used to played, I used to walking. No, it's wrong. You have to say I used to play. Put it in the infinitive form without any addition. I used to play, I used to walk, I used to speak, I used to play some video games, but now I play nothing. Okay? So look at this man. When he was 35 years old, he used to do these things. But now, when he gets older, he used or he is used to do these things. Okay? For example, look at the first one. He used to walk everywhere, but now he uses a motorbike. Okay, guys, so this is how we develop such sentences. And let's take the last example for this one. Okay, maybe he used to entertain with animals or feed animals. Okay, but hide the food, maybe, or lots of facilities. Okay, he used to feed animals, but now, for example, he provides a farmer for the animals. Okay, so you can develop your own sentences using the same structure and using the word use to. Okay, and also if you move to the last activity, activity 4 in page 17, you can see this girl that she used to collect stamps, but now she collects coins instead of stamps. And then you can think of different things that you have done when you were young, but now everything is changed. So you used to play something, but now you used to run or eat something or do something. Okay, so you can use these verbs that you have in this snake and develop your own sentences using used to. I guess we have reached to the end of our lesson today. I hope you benefit from it. See you in the next lesson and have a good day. Assalamu alaikum.